Welcome back, everybody. This is Mog once more here on Mog Squad. Today we're playing some Landmark beta, the new EverQuest Next. I guess this would be called the early access to it. As you saw probably last time, I was working on a statue here at Brell's Honor Temple Keep, or whatever I ended up calling it at the point. I've since changed some of the names around. This is the Brell's Temple Keep, and then I also made an attachment claim right over here called Brell's Keep Mine, or Brell's Temple Mine, and it's basically the entrance, is at least how I'm viewing it. It's the entrance to the actual mine, because it's going to be a mine. It's going to be a shrine that is a mine, as would fit for Brell. And I kind of want to show it to you guys today. I've been putting in a lot of work over the past few days on this second claim. I'm going to be rebuilding the statue a little bigger this time. It'll allow me to get some more detail in on the actual sculpture itself. And I've actually been collecting a ton of mithril. This is all mithril here. The inside's stone, but the outer layer has been painted with mithril to look like a mithril breastplate. I also did a mithril pick with a gold sphere up here just for decoration and for weighting it. I kind of figured that would make sense for adding a little bit more weight and heft to the actual pick swing. He's basically... I put him here in a position that looks like he's possibly mining out the entrance. Now, the temple itself hasn't been done much. I built the entrance here, and it's pretty basic so far, but it basically just leads into the underside of my first claim, which is my workshop, and will continue to be my workshop, but it's also going to have a section that's just looks like a mine. That'll actually have a temple up top where the keep used to be. So we're going to be tearing down the entire keep for the most part, and starting from, I guess you could say starting from scratch. So that's how I've been looking at this currently. So this keep's going to be changing up. I'm going to be entering this, at least the idea, is going to be entering this into the Dwarven Workshop competition whenever that ends up happening. So, yeah, I just kind of want to give you an idea of how things have been looking and bring you up to speed on where I've been and what I've been working on here. So I'm cutting out some pieces here to actually just swap and fix, because I accidentally smoothed them a while back and haven't since really, fixed it. That's not the right ones. Let's see, vertical. Okay, yeah, this looks like the right material. I think there's a way to do an eyedropper tool so that you can just, select something and copy the material, but I don't know the hotkey for that. Do you guys know the hotkey for that one? Because I'm unfamiliar. But it's been a little while. You probably haven't seen the inside of this. I worked on the little library here, and upstairs is it's kind of more like an outpost, like a little just watchtower, but it's where all my little specialty tools are, workshop tools. And I'm in an invisible tree. That's one thing, is trees tend to bug out if you look too high at them, the ones that you keep on your claim, which is unfortunate. Maybe it's a size thing. Maybe once they go past a certain scale, or if they're shrunk to a certain scale, I don't know. It's something. But we're going to go ahead and be removing this claim, which is unfortunate. This has been a good claim for me. I've really enjoyed working on this project. So we'll do that. Let's bring this out enough to capture the mace. Hold that right there. That should be good. I don't think that'll take anything else with it. Is that all in? That is all in. How about this side? All in by a bit. There we go. Let's head on up and raise this thing up and reclaim some of these materials. There's a little bit of mithril, not much, but a bit, on this statue that I want to recover. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, I changed it. I had done, I think it was plaster or stucco for the skin color. I don't like it. It's basically trying to be too realistic for what I can actually pull off effectively to my skill level, I should say. Is that all included now, except for his arm? Push that out and capture the arm. Now, if I end up doing this and it doesn't work, I can just undo it, so it's not that big of a deal. So delete. Almost caught everything. Almost. Just need a little bit more for the outside of the arm here, looks like. But I'm just going to reselect and do this from scratch again on here. Save some space. Boom, boom. That looks captured. The outside does not. Oh, motherfucker. Whoa. Oh, looks like one left. Where'd my torches go? They were up there for a moment. Did they actually end up getting removed? I can't see them. And I think they got re-added to my stack. I had like 6 up there. Was I at 15? I guess I'll have to check the video later and see if I actually got all my stuff reclaimed. I can't recall. I didn't look. I was hoping it deleted it all, and I think it has. I believe. Okay. So we can repaint this ground now. Have I restocked on dirt? Yes, okay, we're good on dirt. Let's see. Tropical, I can't recall exactly what type we used. Was it ancient forest, lowland cover? I think it was lowland moss. Or midland moss, maybe. Let's paint and see what happens. Looks like the same. Let's go a lot bigger on the paintbrush there. You can just paint all this over. Get rid of that excess intricate stone. Okay, so we've reclaimed some of the material here, so that I can just have one statue, which is probably going to be for the best. I think this statue is going to be a lot higher quality. Oh, it looks like I missed a spot of the mithril. So let's fix that real fast. Shiny hammered, yes it is. 6. Switch down to the block. So much easier to paint with the square block when you're doing detail stuff. Especially once you're done smoothing. A lot easier to do it that way. But yeah, as you can see, this is all mithril in a couple of different variations. It's hammered mithril for the shoulders and the ridgings. And then it's the paneled mithril for the rest of the main breastplate. I'm also using the stone shingles to look like chainmail here. And on the bottom, it's iron and tungsten boots, along with the stone that looks like dirt for the leather, with copper bases. Just a copper baseline. Now I've also, as you can see, I'm trying to figure out a good way to do dwarven walls, because I'd like to redo my entire keep up here. Like, if these are going to rotate so that it's facing south on my claim here, you can see like currently the entrance is facing to the west. It's like it's the west side entrance, and I want to rotate it about 90 degrees so it's facing this thing. And then redo the walls so they're not quite as close to the edge, so I can actually give them some more detail. And like work on etchings and I guess you might call them buttresses along the wall to provide some more structural integrity and some depth to the actual design instead of just flat brick. I mean, I think it looks fine for a basic build right now, but it's definitely not up to par for anything that I might want to actually enter into a competition. So that's what we're going to be working on this claim, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Probably a lot of it in downtime because it's a very long process. But I did want to give you guys an idea of what was going on, how things were looking so far. And I dropped the topic earlier. I was talking about using stucco for the skin tone. I don't like it. I'm going back to a stone base, so it truly does look like a statue, rather than me trying to represent some sort of actual like person. I don't want to paint the skin because that becomes tricky, and then I need to worry about eyes, and I'm no good with that. But I still need to add his beard. I need to finish up his gloves and his pants. Oh, looks like I can paint in there a little bit. Delete that, and we are going to smooth that section right there. There we go. Looks a little better. Okay. So what have any of you guys been playing Landmark or curious about Landmark? Do you have any questions for me about this game, how it's set up, how to get into it, what to do if you've already started and kind of stuck, not sure where to progress? I should be able to provide some intel with that. It's really about the tier system and learning where to go to harvest specific resources. There's island biomes, so like this place looks like tropical and old growth. So the darker green is old growth forest, and then the lighter green looks like tropical. There's also tundra biome, which is snow, a tundra. And then there's also desert. Now, biomes are specific for finding the type of woods you need, or the type of heartwoods you need, I should say more specifically, from the rare trees in those biomes. And ores can be found in any biome, but they're reliant on tiers of island levels to determine where, what zones, what materials for ore will spawn in. It's not biome specific like trees are. So you're going to be hopping around for different biomes for trees and hopping around for different tiers for ores. So I think it's a decent setup right now. It works. It's a little unclear, but it works. If you read your tooltips, you should know where to look for, but it can still be a little confusing. So why don't we head on down? Oh, it looks like I need to repaint that. That got messed with. 6. Let's go to stone and find those small stone bricks. Should be right here. And why don't we switch to this? Paint that up there for us. Now, they've also recently just added in water. That was a dive into the water there, straight down to the bottom. I'm going to be redoing the entrance. This is just gonna, I think I'm just going to turn this into a normal well without any sort of link. Maybe a link down here. But I am going to put some different ways to get out from the temple and up to the actual temple above from the mine here. I want to put in some work today messing with some designs for walls. At least that's the idea currently. So boom. Let's raise that up a couple of spots. And let's do a, just for like design purposes, why don't we do a 20 by 20 or 20 by 30? How wide are claims? Because if I can build these in a modular set that could work for spacing out on a claim effectively, 30 is probably not a bad way to go. It's probably fine. 30 by 20 for a base wall, and then I'm going to make it a little thicker. These are dwarven walls we're talking about here. Why don't we go 3 deep for base wall outline and stone? So I'm trying to come up with a good idea, and I'm thinking that dwarven walls probably wouldn't be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right there, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and boom. So getting a little spacing there, even spacing along the wall. And I was gonna say I don't think the dwarves would use much in the way of smoothing, except for circular towers per chance. As far as actual wall decoration, I'm thinking very blocky in comparison. Oopsie daisy. But yeah, I've been looking around. There's been a few people that have submitted some different things to the current marketplace gallery for dwarves, but not much, since they haven't actually been introduced and given and shown for what SOE has in mind for the dwarves as far as a style guide. It's all kind of speculation currently. So that's based there. I'm going to go ahead and pull up some of what I'm talking about here. Gallery dwarf. So like I've got my couple things on here, but there's also some other ones that people have been working on like this, which I'm quite curious about. In fact, let's go take a look. Are you sure you'd like to teleport to this claim? I do believe I am good with those. Let's take a quick peek here though at our inventory. If I can pull it up, thank you. I have 2 portal shards left. That would get me there and back. I may need to make some more portal shards, because I might jump around a little bit. Let's go ahead and hop on up and make some new portal shards before we head out. Here? Nope. It is at the Tinkerer's Workshop. Under Utility, portal shards, I can make 3. I need to make more copper ingots. Meantime though, 3 should hold us over, get us jumped around just a hair. I can visit 4 claims and still have 1 left to come back. So that works for me. How's my upkeep? Upkeep 7 days, we're good there. T, that's templates, not what I'm after. Showcase dwarf. Brody. Oh, look at that. I think that's a new addition, possibly. I'll dig it, I'll give you a like. Let's go check out this dwarf bridge claim and see how they've been doing their stuff. Using the portal shard will get you back to the portal spire in any island. It'll also teleport you your choice to any one of your claims. And apparently you can use it to jump around from the gallery and visit other claims directly like that. Super handy little thing. If you add people to your friends list, you don't even need to do a portal shard. You can teleport directly to them at any time by right-clicking on them in your, I believe, your friends list, or your party window if you're partied up. Also, being in a party and in the same island zone, you can, as long as you're within a certain distance, I do believe you get a bonus to harvesting. Anything you harvest won't be detrimented at all, so you won't have a lower take, but your people in your party that are nearby will also get exact duplicate set of materials that you just pulled. So super handy for busting out high quality and high quantity materials. So if you're in need and want to get a party together, it's a great way to get extra materials quickly. I like this. And it looks like they kind of had the same idea of, ooh, what material is this? Which rock type? I like these uneven stones. What is this? Is this worked stone slab? This might be worked stone slab. I can dig it. That's pretty sweet. I don't think it'd be rough. It might be granite floor tile. Granite pavers. I'll have to take a look at some of these, because I do believe that I'm pretty sure that's rock. But that is pretty sweet. I might take this idea of the spine in the middle and redo it with another type of material, maybe like a cobalt line or a gold line, maybe even rubicite or ruby. But I can dig this stuff down here. It looks like gold and iron on the stone paver backlay there. I like that. I like that a lot. What do they got going on down here? This looks like maybe marble or alabaster. What one is it? There's marble. That looks like possibly alabaster. Looks more white, but it's only available raw unless you go to the worked alabaster. Which, do I have some worked alabaster? This is all the ores. Stone. Why don't I see worked? Do I not have any worked alabaster at this point? Okay, inventory. Divulge your secrets. Alabaster. Worked alabaster. I have 150. It might be marble. I don't see it for a building material, though. That's unfortunate. I thought you could use that worked stuff. I guess not. That sucks. But that means this can't be that. So what is it? 3. So they've got 5 wide here. 1, 2, 3. No, they have 7 wide here. 5 wide for this. 7. I can dig it. I can dig it. I really like the etching, and they have the same idea of, yeah, rough, non-smoothed stone, or building material, building design. It just seems a lot stronger to me. I really like it. And it looks clean. It's uniform and clean. Let's take a look back here in this area. We already dropped a like for that guy. Or lady. No assumptions. Don't want to do that. The Great Hall. This looks like a pretty basic workshop area with some pillars. And good stonework, though, on the floor. Let's go visit the Great Hall. Visit claim? Yes. I should have. I'll give you the guy's name who has this one, just to make sure that I actually am giving credit where credit is due. But yeah, if you guys have played this, if you don't have any questions, have you built anything sweet? Do you have any cool claims that I can come visit, check out, see how they look, see what you built, possibly put you on the channel a little bit if you're into that? Just drop a comment below. I'd love to check out some of my viewers' claims. There's been some great stuff that Dave Jorgensen has posted up on the up on Twitter and up on the forums. With some great claim work. There's been some really cool stuff that I've seen. I sit there at work and browse through some of this stuff occasionally when I get bored, and it's awesome looking. some great ideas out there for some new work on claims and new. I need to get better at some of my voxelmancing, as it were. That seems to be the prevailing term for people who are voxelmancers, people who are good with all this building stuff, can make some really sweet, cool designs. I need to get a little more experience with it myself. Okay, so let's take a peek here. Is this the wall that goes into the Great Hall? Sure looks like. That might be the way. Don't see an entrance here. Let's head on down. If we can find our way around, anyway. Oh, look at that. I'm glad they added water. It's a pretty cool effect. I need to get myself some of these lights. These are cool. They're a bit difficult to make. Material-wise, it's hard to find some of the stuff you need. Running along a wall because I can't turn very fast. Little library. Ah, I dig this. This is a pretty cool organization. But it's very basic as far as the actual structure goes of the keep. What is this? This looks like a library or a storeroom. How large is this claim? This looks like okay, 3. Crazy. So this is the entrance. We must be able to go a little further back the other direction to find the other stuff. This is good work. This would take a while to do. Don't get me wrong or anything by saying that the walls and everything are a bit basic, and they are. But everything else seems to be pretty damn good. I don't know what he's doing in this room. The Hall of Heroes. Okay, I've seen a good amount of this, I think. We can try checking out that last area though. See if there's any more stuff at the other end. Come on, steps, damn you. Just the turning speed just kills me. Okay, let's head this way. Since this is north into the bazaar and inn section apparently. We're gonna check it out and see what's done over here. Oh, look at this. This looks like, yeah, like a bazaar, like a big old little area there. Waldorf. I like the flooring. See what I mean? Like this kind of stuff is what I'm talking about for people that are pretty good with these designs. They can make some really cool stuff with microvoxels. I need to figure out how to do that better, because I don't know. I'm not so great at it. What do we got back here? This looks like maybe like a in rooms possibly that haven't been propped up. I could see that being the case. Is there anything down here? Just the bottom of the steps. Okay, let's try to check out another one if we can find a good dwarf one. Sure, we'll give you a like. Take it. Oh, the first one we visited, the Dwarf Bridge, was by Voljador. Voljador. I don't know how to say it or what's silent on there. And the one we just visited, I couldn't find this Great Hall area. That's unfortunate. But this one's by Terranthiel. Ooh, look at this. I like that. Let's go check out this place. Those walls look pretty good. You know, they're going to be, I was a little worried for a while, because all of the clothing options in this game are a single outfit, single item slot. So, like, you're like, oh, I want to change how I look, but you can't pick and match. Like, there's no item slots. Like you can't have a breastplate and different gloves and a specific helmet and pants and boots and all that like you can in most MMOs. So I was a little worried. I just read something recently about them, that being in the works for one of the upcoming patches, actually, is they started off with the base system where it is now, and they are moving into a multi-item system and breaking apart all the outfits from the sounds of things. So I'm pretty excited because that was one of my worries. I was like, I don't want to play an MMO where you have an item slot. I don't like the with that kind of a system. It'd be a very basic set of outfits that you could make. Like you wouldn't have much of a choice between how you wanted to look. Ooh, good idea. Stone bricks and then slanted. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Now let's take a look at these rooms, because these are pretty sweet. Those look very dwarven to me. So angled 40 fibers with the layering and then the rune etching looks like here. Whoa. Whew, sorry, sneeze. Okay, I tried to stifle it and then shut off the mic before that got too loud. Looks like he hasn't done the inside yet. That's fine. The outside looks great. This is exactly the kind of inspiration stuff I was looking for, was this type of deal. Ooh. Ooh, those are nice doors. So these are all built. Looks like iron and mithril. I was thinking, like, they just added some pretty cool new doors, like some cobalt doors. I was going to have some of those down in my temple, in the mine, that kind of open up into the actual like temple on the inside, the shrine, because the cobalt doors are pretty cool. But I like those giant doors he made himself. These are sweet. I gotta hand it to the dude who made this. What's the name on it? Let's take a peek here. Duraz Migdal. Feedback. I don't see a name. Let's pull back up the template, just so I have that. Not the template. This thing. By Barak. I dig it. Good work, Barak. Let's see this thing from a little ways back. I might change up stone type, make it a little darker, but I do like this. It looks very... it reminds me a lot of Caladim, like the arena in old Caladim. Just the way it's kind of put together. I like this. This is nice. This is a good claim. This is a good wall design, too. They're thick. They just look strong. This is nice. But it looks like he has darker slate here in the background, and he hasn't painted this darker. I think that would bring it all together a bit, and possibly darker on the actual little thick towers here, the stone towers with the torches on them. I think that would look really nice as a darker shade. I still have 5 I still have 5 portal shards. They're not used to travel around when you're doing it through the... Oh, that's awesome. It had the picture I totally thought it was. New Fortress of the World Heart. Let's go take a look. I don't know why I liked that one before I even got there, but I think people deserve attention when things look good. So we're going to be traveling out here. This is probably going to be one of the last ones we do before we head on back to my claim and take a look at some of the stuff that we might be able to put together in my workshop to start using. Because that's what I want to do, is put down a couple of templates, and then get an idea of how to build them and come up with a design strategy for doing so that I can scale them and actually have a template to guide me. That's the idea behind having a little workshop area, so you can build things without having to actually deploy them quite yet. It's quite handy. It's a very nice system. I really like building this game. It really gives me high hopes for what EverQuest Next could end up being. Just a game where you won't be able to build everywhere like you can in Landmark here, because this is more of the sandbox and just figuring out the thing. But you are going to be able to make claims in the world and design stuff like this, and it's going to be great, I think. There it is, right up on the hillside. Let's go for a visit. New Fortress of the World Heart. What did that thing say? Now close to the Angel Bay area, and it looks like this guy is a Twitcher, or this person is a Twitcher. Dagello. Is that what he has in-game here as well? Dagello. Yep. Good work, Dagello. This thing looks pretty sweet so far. Nice, detailed entrance. And the layering is great here. So he's achieved basically the look of layering with a bit more detail, because he transitions back and forth between the last layer to give it a bit more detail without having to really build it out further. This is nice. Simple roof that just kind of looks like a layer of stone that then peels off into these inner layers for the front there. That's really cool. Ooh, I like that. That's why I need some of those lights. That looks great. Roof detail. Little spines there. Nice. Nice. This is dwarven here. This looks dwarven as hell. Very nice. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's beautiful. Built into the stone here. This looks great. Wow. This is a great claim. We're going to send some feedback. Hey there, Degello. Great claim. Wonderful work on the dwarven architecture. I've been looking for some inspiration for my own dwarven claim work. I hope it... Let's see, how do I want to word this? I wanted to ask you if it'd be cool, if it'd be cool if I borrow some of your design work for my own walls and interiors to maintain a more distinct and solid design between dwarven claims. Thanks again. Oh, I can't spell today. Send. Why did I say thanks again? I didn't say thanks at first. Oh well, whatever. Either he'll be cool with letting me do it, or he won't be. It is what it is. Have these been rounded? No, these are 45s. They just look clean. The backsides have been rounded. I wonder if that's by design. Sure looks like it is. This is cool, though. This is really nice. This must be like some sort of a vault door. This looks like gold and rubicite, possibly, or maybe gold and stone? No, it looks too shiny. Gold and obsidian, possibly, could be. Ooh, those gates. Oh, that's cool. It's got the locking mechanism. That's so nice. This guy has really put some work into this place. Oh, what? Okay, that's awesome. I didn't even notice that. It's a face. That is a dwarven face. That could very well be his design on Brell. That's awesome. That is good work. I want to get a better view of this. That's awesome work. My God, that's great. I could learn a lot from this Degello guy or lady. I don't want to seem like I'm counting that out. That's absolutely a possibility. I guess I just default. My mistake. No intention to offend anyone with that, of course. If you were offended, my very very true apologies. Let's jump down even further and check out the lower sections. Oh, this is so cool. So cool. This is a great claim. A spectacular claim. I really like the stonework. Truly feels dwarven. All the lighting, the red lighting with the occasion, that green lighting, it does add a nice contrast. This must be the lower section, lowest section. Looks like, yeah, the stairs don't go any deeper. Let's head on up. And his use of 45-degree angles to make the railings seem smooth and well done. That's great. This is some solid work. Wow. I'm glad I gave it thumbs up. This place deserves it, absolutely. Let's take a look around. see what else we can find. Looks like some closed gates. That's so cool. I just like his design for his gates. It really looks powerful and dwarven and strong. So much iron is used here, because I do believe all that stuff is iron for these gates. What are we working on here? This is great. This is the type of claim I'm talking about. This is spectacular. Why don't we? I keep hitting you thinking it's going to bring up my marketplace. Why don't we? I think I can follow him? Oh, maybe that's not implemented just yet. So nice, though. So nice. Okay, let's head on back to my own claim. Brell's Temple Keep. Head on back. That's some great design. I know I've said that a lot, but wow. Just the detail put in. I'm definitely gonna have to use some of that. That's spectacular. Oh my, we are at the 36-minute mark already. We're gonna go ahead and call this one for here. Once we get loaded back in, that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm definitely going to be recording some more of this from time to time and bring you along for the ride of building out this claim and hopefully entering it in the Dwarven Workshop when it finally wins a vote. They've lost twice now. First to Dark Elves, second to Karens. So, looks like his is mostly underground as a keep. Mine's going to be above ground and a small temple shrine underneath. Since I don't have an enormous claim, I could attach another claim marker, or claim flag, to the underside and dig down deep. In fact, that might be fun to do sometime, depending on, I mean, once I get everything else up here solidified, 2 claims is enough to get started. I might end up doing a third sooner or later. I guess we'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching. Next time we come back, I'll be working more on this and hopefully have this fleshed out a bit more. And until then, guys, cheers.